What's the first thing you think about when you hear the words unused content? Graphics? Models? Early designs? Heck, how about levels, maps, or inaccessible areas? For my answer, I love the voice clips, as there's a higher chance of something that is unused that is not present in the game's files. Such as the orange square in Shadow the Hedgehog.
If I speed up and jump through that light frame, I can get some good distance.
I love unused content. One of my 3 favorite things in gaming, especially when it comes to glitches. I even said in the About section of the channel that I sometimes make videos of finding cut content using these glitches. And that died after January 2020. So in this chest of goodies, I'm going to explain everything that was altered or cut entirely from the past 4 years. At least up to June 2022. Before we open it though, there are some things I want to talk about first. No bloopers from the past! It can't happen, but there's no way I'm making a whole section of me just talking about it. But will I still have some is the question. Any videos that do not belong to me or have personal things in relation to it will not be shown whatsoever. However, they will be mentioned either way. You're just gonna have to live with it. And finally, several thumbnails that have not been finalized will not be covered in this video. Why? Because they do not exist yet. Basically, I wanted to use my spare time on some art. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's begin this 4th anniversary video special. Dang it, the transition didn't work. Cue in the black screen then. Oh, don't even say a word of what you saw. There was nothing. Well, since I've mentioned about thumbnails a bit ago, we might as well start there. To start things off, let's talk about the main series everyone knows here. Sonic 06's Glitch Disease. The first to start this change was the second video of the series, that being Sonic Riders. This here was the original design for the thumbnail, acting almost similar to the one used to this day. However, there are some differences here. Obviously, the logo is much different compared to the final design, but that was because the software I used was in version 1.0 at the time. Also, the background, being Night Chase, was also formerly blurry compared to the final thumbnail because it didn't exist at all. For the characters themselves, Sonic on the left is much larger compared to his alternate one. Tails and Knuckles were just moved around a bit, with Tails being much closer to Sonic, while Knuckles is just standing on the letter C. Team Babylon doesn't seem to have changed one bit, so we're good there. Next is Knights and Ulala being swapped to different places. I don't know why I made that decision because of that space, but I did. Other than that, the only differences I see here are the positions of where Cream and Eggman are. Oh, and there's also the logo too, being changed to about a 45-degree angle. However, the original logo, before it was changed, was actually the original planned thumbnail, but was only Sonic and Team Babylon, making the cuts due to its file size being over 2 megabytes. For Shrek Treasure Hunt, All that was changed was Shrek's position. Yeah, that's about it. Crash Bandicoot, though, has a very interesting past behind its development, however. Between the original and new thumbnails, yet again the background and logo were in their 1.0 versions at the time. However, the differences here are all the PNGs themselves, except Crash.
Whoa!
Aku Aku is now bigger, the Wampa fruit was moved to the letter O, being replaced with Cortex's head, and the biggest thing of all was Koala Kong being removed entirely. However, an even earlier thumbnail also exists too, with only a couple huge differences, both being very obvious. Crash himself went from standing, in his waiting state, animation, to his known running state. I mean, who wants to see a character just standing still on their customized thumbnail? Oh, not only that though, it was originally going to be a Sonic 6's glitch code until more research was found. But if that wasn't enough, I bet SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom will be the most serious. Now for the first time, the background was changed from Jellyfish Fields to Kelp Forest. Also, all of these robots were taken out. Oh, and Plankton was also added later. Also, it was 255 megabytes. For Sonic Chronicles, the only change here was the Barbo Chow being left out. The reason why was because the file size was a little bit more than 2 megabytes, so I had to get rid of him. Other than that, everything here just stayed the same. Stupid why the Barbo Chow had to go away though. For the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, it was changed not once, not twice, but 4 times. All of these date to February 2019, all the way back to Halloween 2018. In the first thumbnail, we got the game logo being 45 degrees for the first time on version 1.0. Nothing surprising to see there. Other than that, it was just a paddy wagon on the left. The second thumbnail is nothing much either, as all that's there was just Plankton being added. The rest just stayed the same. The third thumbnail, however, is close to the final design, with King Neptune being added, having the paddy wagon being moved to the right, and even the logo changed out of 45 degrees. And with its final change, it adds SpongeBob and Patrick just running like it shows on the box cover, having Plankton being moved around the middle area. And wouldn't you believe that this also happened to LEGO Star Wars the video game? Well, guess what? It did! With the earliest thumbnail, well, you can see why this was scrapped. I don't even know why I even downloaded it in the first place. Who's gonna have this as their thumbnail? It looks terrible. The second change replaces both Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn with having just R2-D2 on the top left. The third change is basically the background becoming blurry, and the logo is not a 45-degree angle anymore, just like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game. The fourth and final change is R2-D2 being moved from top to bottom, as it felt weird when D2 is just floating in the air like that. Hey, I get this is Sonic 06's glitches, but this is a thumbnail, not the actual game itself. For LEGO Star Wars 2 The Original Trilogy, I don't even need to say anything. Everything was just changed entirely. If you're gonna ask why I used a black background, it was because the PNG's back files come with it. I'll show you here if you're that curious enough. For Plankton's Robotic Revenge, it was just odd what I did. Why, you may ask? Well, I think you should look at the second thumbnail I originally made.
What is that? What is this sensation?
Yeah, I don't know why I added the platforms in here either. I also wanted to try and get the SpongeBob crew together, but I was unsuccessful and just stuck back to what I originally planned with the first one. which was originally Sonic 6's Glitch Cold. I mean, this one made more sense with the amount of glitches it had compared with Crash Bandicoot. There's even a random background picture in there, and how it made it in without me noticing is beyond my understanding. Upon clicking it before it gets to the edits page, I didn't see it whatsoever. Maybe it's a ghost or something. And for Sonic Unleashed, we have the background and the main logo changed. Again. How many more times am I gonna keep on doing this? The only changes here though is Chip being moved to the upper middle with Supersonic being added in its place, and Professor Pickle being taken out with Tails being moved to pretty much exactly where he was. And to what's coming up for next year, let's talk about 2 more thumbnails on this subject. With the LEGO Movie video game, the main logo and the background blur were yet again changed. And that's it, I'm not kidding. And finally, with Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, it's the logos and background again. I swear this is the last time I'll say it again. Anyways, this one may surprise you though, as I plan to use the old one instead of the changed new one, due to the file size being large. Who would have guessed? And then there's a third thumbnail of the exact same thing, with the background being blurry. Yeah, I'm sticking to the original. Now with Sonic 06's Glitch Disease out of the way, we might as well do Sonic 06's Glitch Cold, since it's been mentioned a few times now. With only Astro Boy to talk about, only one thing was changed. But do I need to say anything about it? The difference is just obvious. Next up are a couple of videos relating to bonus videos of Sonic 06's Glitch Disease. Yeah, that series died in 2019. With Sonic Spinball, it originally had the words bonus episode on it. However, it was eventually taken out to then use the Spastic Sonic glitch text, being the final design during that time. Let's be honest, I made the right decision on that. After a while, it was changed one last time to move the text from the bottom left to above the main logo. Oh, and Eggman on the top right was taken out because that artwork was from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. For Crash Bandicoot's bonus glitch video, it's basically an interesting one. The only change here was the bottom text next to Aku Aku. It was originally going to be a second part of the original Crash Bandicoot glitch video I made. This was 2019, so I have no idea why this was cut. Maybe because it either doesn't feel like a two-parter, or I just didn't want Sonic Spinball to be lonely for all its life. Probably a good thing if it's the second one, because those two are just rotting together all alone for another one. Which, fun fact, the recent Crash Bandicoot glitch video was actually planned to be a bonus video itself. Why I scrapped it was because the words don't really feel right for me. Along with this, I originally was gonna call it Scratching the Glitches. All that exists though is a doc. Well, since we are talking about the series, The Forgotten Glitches, we might as well talk about that one next. Now, if you didn't notice already, both 2018 and 2019 didn't have the word addition on it. I guess after 2019, I decided to just make it a series. With 2018, the only changes were the backgrounds, so don't worry about Sonic and Emmett. Seen here, LEGO Dimensions originally had Cloud Cuckoo Land, but was changed to the Dimensional Rifts instead, since I think that background was a big file size. For Sonic Riders, it originally had Wild Canyon for its background, twice to be exact. But the file size was still big, so it had to be switched with Night Chase. Sticking to the original thumbnail backgrounds, huh? 2019's Forgotten Glitches has possibly the bizarre changes of all. Originally, 2 SpongeBob games were going to be planned for that video, being Revenge of the Flying Dutchman and the SpongeBob movie game. However, due to the amount of glitches they had, and possibly how much time I had left, I then scrapped out the SpongeBob movie game, having now Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. The reason why I kept it at first was because I didn't know there were more glitches at the time. However, I then saw another speedrun with new tricks adding almost 40 to the list. So because of that, and some more research, I switched it out to Shrek Treasure Hunt. Although the SpongeBob SquarePants movie was added into the Forgotten Glitches 2021 edition, having some changes, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman hasn't gotten another chance yet. Maybe I should put him in 2023. Other than that, Sonic's hoverboard was more visible compared to the final design. Also, the text and Sonic Riders logo were moved slightly to the left. Okay, now we just have some miscellaneous videos added on here. To start off, let's head into Knuckles' 25th anniversary. In the first trailer-like video, the only difference here was the inclusion of the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 logo. What can I say? It's the game's anniversary too! And for Mushroom Hill Zone Act 1 speedrun, almost all the text was just moved everywhere with even some color changes. New Game Plus was taken out because it really wasn't New Game Plus. And the background, of course, became blurry compared to its counterparts. I can't believe I lied to myself saying we'd never see those blurry backgrounds for the rest of this video. Next up is a 7.5 minute video of me getting a Nintendo Switch, alongside The Simpsons Road Rage and Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. For whatever reason, the file size for the image was larger when editing it, so I was forced to just scrap out the text, leaving a thumbnail with no words. The last one here in the miscellaneous group was me reviewing every video game I own from 2010 to 2020. And wouldn't you be surprised that the one that was scrapped had less games compared to the one used? Surprised as you are, I don't even know how that's possible either. All that was changed was just me taking out Portal 2 and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. While Pokemon Sword was still kept, it became smaller to fit with LEGO Jurassic World, Splatoon 2, and Super Mario Odyssey. Well, we talked about pretty much everything in this section. Sure, there are still some thumbnails I didn't include, but I deleted the unnecessary ones since they were just minor mistakes, like some of Knuckles' anniversary videos. However, I was able to still save some thumbnails relating to Octoberween 2020. I don't know if I'm going to go back into that series again, just saying. There really isn't anything to say here since they're all just minor mistakes, so I'll quickly do a side-by-side comparison and a small slideshow so you can pause the video to find the mistakes I made by yourself. Since we've just mentioned Octoberween, we might as well start this section with a couple of unused banners from the Sonic Riders Revenge arc. The first one would have just fit the TV. On PC though, you wouldn't see the text at all, just from Luigi's hat to Woody's head. The concept of it didn't go to waste, however, as it did get used, aside changing the text, in the Forgotten Glitches 2021 trailer. The second revision is just like the one that was used, but just slightly lower for the characters. And since I already took out that banner, here is what it looks like for those who missed out. The main banners though have got to be the shocking ones of all. The first one is just... But with the next three revisions, Espio, Benny, Kirby, and the Smash Ball were all changed. SpongeBob and Mega Man remained absent before the fourth revision. Benny and Torterra were moved between top and bottom, and Dixie Kong was sorta blurry on the second revision. But since this wouldn't fit the banner, it was later changed to be nice and horizontal. As of 2022 though, this is the banner you are now seeing to this very day. You all know the iconic SPO, right? Well, before the time I started uploading, I had a few more images besides him. This picture should just explain it all. Though these may get used in the future, the voice clips here are what's cut that would have been planned for the Sonic Riders Revenge arc. For Cyndaquil, he was only seen 4 times, including a trailer. According to the following games, its battle cry was ripped from Pokemon Battle Revolution, where the voice clips of the Pokemon were taken from Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure, and the rest from Pokemon Channel. With a total of 10 voice clips, only 3 go unused. It's all from Pokemon Channel. How obvious would it be if it wasn't? Judging by these voice clips of how cheery Cyndaquil is, Cyndaquil, these most likely would have fit to appear for their video in the backstories of Shadow and Luigi. For Luigi, being seen in the same videos with Cyndaquil, he's got 6 voice clips with only 2 of them going unused. All of but 1 were taken from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. I can't remember where the last one was originally from, but I'm gonna guess it's Luigi's Mansion. For his Scream-like voice clip, it can only fit in either the backstories of Shadow and Luigi, where he's about to get knocked out, or in the Forgotten Glitches 2021, where he and Cyndaquil get slapped down to the ground by Woody's magic hand. And for the other voice clip, where Luigi is getting dizzy, it was most likely meant for when he wakes up after being knocked out by Woody in the Forgotten Glitches 2021. For Shadow, he just loves saying a lot. Though being seen in every video, including trailers, beside 3 of them, he has 17 voice clips with only 6 of them going unused. Okay, there are some that are halfway used, but those won't count since they were cut part way for a reason. I mean, here's this one for example.
It's do or die, Sonic the Hedgehog.
So to save on wasting time, we'll just explain the ones that were only cut entirely and not partway through its full clip. Anyways, 6 were from the game Shadow the Hedgehog, 4 were from Sonic 06, 2 were from Sonic and the Black Knight, and 5 were from Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series. At least the first 2, because it's Jason Griffith. Yes, I know there are 2 more that were just used in this video, but those don't count. This is only just for the Sonic Riders Revenge arc and nothing else. As I said before, Shadow just loves saying the word as that's where all 6 of those unused voice clips are located at. The only time he says this word though is in the video for the backstories of Shadow and Luigi.
Let's get this over with.
Honestly, I thought they were going to be used for either the videos for the Revenge of Sonic Riders or the Forgotten Glitches 2021. But as I was going through it, none of them seemed to fit in either one. Now for the backstories of Shadow and Luigi, there were a few that would have most likely fit. However, upon my beliefs before in the past, these were all most likely just to judge which voice clip is the better for that one spot in the video. Big disappointment, I know. Now for our last character, it's Woody. With 18 voice clips, having only 8 of them used, all of them originated from the Toy Story 3 video game and nowhere else. Man, you sure have a lot here, Shara. Honestly, I wasn't even really thinking much about an arc until later in the production for the 2020 edition of the Forgotten Glitches happened. I mean, can't you tell by the evolution of its appearance? So with these voice clips sounding more spooky-like, They were all in relation to the video of getting Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I mean, can't you tell where else they would have fit? Okay, maybe for the Revenge of Sonic Riders video, but that's about all I can think of. Though a couple of them are the same, being somewhat of alternates compared to their final counterparts for the videos, the rest, surprisingly, that do stand out are very interesting. Well, half of one of the 6. Without further ado, let's go ahead and finish this section off.
This looks like fun!
This voice clip would have been a prank for the Mario 3D All-Stars video since... well, he did make his first appearance after all.
Hey, howdy, hey, I'm Woody!
An alternate version having now a filter to make it sound like a toy. What else do you want me to say? It's just an alternate voice clip of the one that is used. This is a voice clip of Woody running, or running low on breath. Why I have it here is beyond my understanding. It's possible that he would have been in the chasing sequence for the Revenge of Sonic Riders before Sonic.exe was later added.
Gotcha!
Maybe this was meant for the Revenge of Sonic Riders video? I mean, it does fit accordingly to it. I get it was a Halloween video and all, but why do I have these here? And for those who want to hear the other alternates sounding exactly to the ones that are used in the videos, I'll quickly let you have a small listen to each one of them. Okay, now we're starting to get closer into the good stuff. This section here is all the speedrun videos that have never been uploaded because of the rules required, or do not beat my PBs. I think to start things off, we might as well get the big stuff out of the way this time. Well, I guess we're going to talk about Roblox Fleet of Facility then. For the speedruns relating to Fleet of Facility, there are tons that were scrapped. Since there can be more after this recording here, I'll prompt a number on the screen of how many there are as of the current upload time for this video. These were then going to be planned, at least parts of them, for the Fleet of Facility speedrun history video. We already know that got dropped. So to save me some time, I'll upload a separate playlist of videos, Unlisted, in the description and comments section. We'd be here for hours if I put them all on here in this one video. Moving past Fleet of Facility, there are still a few more scrap speedruns still relating to Roblox. Let's start off with one of my first older speedruns, Sonic World Adventure. I think why I didn't upload it at the time was due to it being updated, I guess. And with its recent update now, it was probably a good idea that it was scrapped. Oh look, it's Rooftop Run. For Super Roblox Bros, however, I'm not really sure. It wouldn't matter either way now since I can't find it anymore, so why bother? It wouldn't do anything much anyway since it's just Super Mario Bros, but with only Worlds 1-1 and 1-2. I think I see the reason why I can't find it anymore. Just like Pokemon Brick Bronze. Speaking of Pokemon Brick Bronze, there's actually a glitch % speedrun with 13 minutes and 45 seconds for the game. Why it was scrapped though was possibly because of the glitch I used. I mean, the original was taken down after all. Also, Sylvan City's gym. Why would they even put an electric type gym as the first one? There's also a speedrun video of arresting 5 players in Roblox's Prison Break. It possibly was a good run, but the recording is the one to blame here. Yeah, you can tell why this was unfortunately scrapped. I was also planning to speedrun Escape the Switch too, but judging by the video, and its title, It seemed that it was scrapped somewhere after mid-August 2019. But that's not all. There are even console speedruns too. For LEGO Star Wars video game, it had a speedrun for Droid Factory in free play mode, where I've beaten it in about 4 minutes. Since the one I've uploaded was a minute faster, this one just didn't make the cut. The next one is a Team Dark speedrun for Hanged Castle and Sonic Heroes. The one that I uploaded was 4 minutes and 8 seconds, with this non-uploaded one being 30 seconds more. Looking through the video, where the tower is, I got stuck above the cage, which cost me some time. The biggest difference though was that I used the window instead of the long stairs. The worst part between the two, however, was me getting a B rank instead of an A. How rude. For Shadow the Hedgehog, I have 4 to discuss here. For Central City, I did upload this run for the Dark mission, but deleted it as no viewers were even watching it. With a sub 230, it didn't beat my PB. For the Hero mission, it's the same story minus the uploading segment. With the other 2, however, these were never uploaded due to them being not faster than the runs for no CCG categories on Black Comet and Final Hunt. An easy way to tell this is by looking at my speedrun playlist for the game, where they were meant to appear after my any % run of Gun Fortress. Although I still have the Black Comet run, I don't know where the Final Hunt speedrun video is, meaning I most likely deleted it. However, even if I can't find it, a small clip of it is shown in my very last run of the game. And it was even put in the 2020 recap video too. It can be seen in the second chorus after Shadow kills Eggman, with the line, with 4 minutes and 3.6 seconds, what I did was I dropped my PlayStation 2 controller, got up out of my chair, and banged on the wall with my hand on the side, making a fist, 3 times. And as seen here, knocked down my camera because of this happening 3 times in a row. I know I shouldn't be the only one who feels ashamed here. Everybody probably felt the same too. I don't have the GameCube version, and the glitch is not available on the Xbox version. So what do you want me to do? For scrap video parts, this is basically early concept that got replaced, huge parts being edited out, such as gameplay, or cut altogether and never making it into the final video. To start off, let's talk about a couple clips from the video of me reviewing the games I played from 2010 to 2020, as these 2 clips reference gameplay footage to Sonic Mania. The first clip here is used for showing the menu screen while I was messing around with the settings. But some gameplay footage of Suyopa Zone Act 1, without the use of debug mode to start, still exists either way, and maybe a few seconds of Act 2 as well. I could use this in another video or something in the future maybe, but for now, it remains unused. The second one here is more of an accident, as the second Knuckles never appears. I even said, on camera, that's strange, where is he? Next up is the original image for Crash's 25th anniversary, with the text being replaced with the PNG file image. Well, that's about all I can see here. It was a placeholder before an actual PNG logo for Crash's 25th anniversary existed, obviously for the Forgotten Glitches special video of the original Crash Bandicoot. Now here's a shocking thing I never found in either of my Sonic Unleashed glitch videos. Since this clip belongs to someone else, I won't show any gameplay or image of it in this video. However, I can at least show you the text that was left on here. It contains a glitch relating to D-Speed for Skyscraper Scamper Act 1, containing a crash. I found this in the first part of the game's glitch video in the editing section. I must have left it there by accident, supposing for it to appear again in part 2. However, there's no proof that it's in here, and thus making it go unused. But if it was used, I must have missed it, or there was an alternative that I couldn't find. The same instance can be found in the LEGO Star Wars 2: The Original Trilogy glitch video. But instead of a normal clip, It's an image of having both LEGO Star Wars games. What these were meant for has to be relating to the crossplay between the two games since it does feature that. On to me buying a Nintendo Switch, there are a couple more clips that get unused here. The first one shows it charging on the counter, because it was dead in the first place. The second one is most likely an outro since both PS2 games are shown here. Looking into my final project for the last Shadow the Hedgehog run, I apparently plan to add the speedrun tutorial video of Roblox's Fleet of Facility into the end section. Judging by this, it would have most likely appeared in the line. The two videos are a couple months apart, but not enough proof to confirm on why. Now true, I did say I was leaving my state for a 2-week vacation, but coming back was more Shadow the Hedgehog level runs. So although I don't know the reason why, we can at least confirm that Shadow the Hedgehog is not the cause of this. The only closest possible guess is the production process of the video. Other than that, it's all I've got. In the trailer for the new Super Mario Bros. Wii glitch video, the thumbnail for the second part of the Sonic Unleashed glitch video is present inside the project. It's possible this was replaced over a clip instead. In the video where I got Super Mario 3D All-Stars, here's probably something you might have not noticed. Right here, you're seeing the unused clip of me unboxing the game. I had to retake it because of the camera being on the wrong side. Terrible timing there, I see. So I kind of played a little smart and put the wrapper around the game a little bit, and then did a moment of fake struggling. Even though I could have fixed it during that time, I didn't know much about it back then. But either way, it still managed to work. Let's now talk about the Forgotten Glitches 2020 edition, starting with an alternate scene of me taking Sonic Riders out of my room. The only difference here is I never turned off the light, while the second one is then showing the game after being dumped in the snowbank for the first time. Judging by its counterpart in The Revenge of Sonic Riders, this was seemingly scrapped. For the 2020 recap, I did plan on adding the 50 sub special along with the Q&A videos, but it never showed up, possibly because it was going to hit over 2 hours. There's also even an image of when I got my first 2 separate weekend game deals as well, being Splatoon 2 and Super Mario Maker 2 respectively. For the June 2021 update, there are a few clips relating to Sonic Mania backtracking to when I had 50 subscribers. It's possible that it was meant for the end of the video with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for either choosing which video clip to use, or I was just trying to find the one where I opened it. Same thing goes for Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which has the same unused clip we've talked about earlier. For something new itself, there's me just doing something with my hands. Yeah, your voice wasn't revealed yet, me. What are you even doing? The Revenge of Sonic Riders has possibly the most interesting cut content out of the rest. This scene here with the Enderman is jumping for whatever reason. I don't know if I was trying to strain him up or what. It's possibly a blooper, but I'll let you guys be judges on that. Moving on, there is a scrapped scene of Buzz doing a reference from the first Toy Story movie. I scrapped this out not just because the one used is much shorter, but I couldn't think of any scripts of this part, so it was best to retake the scene. Why I did it in the first place was because I forgot Buzz wasn't there, so I thought of using this idea, yet it couldn't work out the way I wanted it to. There are even several cut clips for the main event too, being several more rooms that were going to be added, but scrapped for personal reasons. There are even scripts for each one of them as well, which I will show here. and even a scrapped scene where I grabbed my jacket. In the Halo Combat Evolved glitch video, there are 3 unused clips showing the most classic glitch everyone knows about. Disappointed that these scenes never made it into the video. Although one of them was just meant for the gold elites, I'm counting it either way. For the Forgotten Glitches 2021 trailer, there really isn't anything much to see here. There's a clip of just showing Sonic Riders playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, with no sound effects and such, which was replaced with this scrolling up-like sequence. And then there's an image of all the games I bought for my Switch collection on Black Friday 2021. Yeah, that's about it. However, music was also changed in the trailer. After my first upload of this, I got copyrighted of using the Pokemon theme intro from the Jewel of Life movie. Don't worry, I didn't get a strike. All I could do was clip the copyrighted music as no one but me would see it. So I had to replace it with Attack of the Airships from Super Mario Galaxy. Because they did it there, I had a feeling it was also going to happen with the Shadow and Luigi Backstories video. So I decided to prepare myself. You can tell it was changed with the near perfect transition to the Black Comet music. Finally, the last cut clips that went unused go into the actual video of the Forgotten Glitches 2021. These scenes are related to the big action after the voice was revealed. The first clip I'm about to show is me pointing the Nerf gun at one of the side characters, even having its own clip. I also believe I planned Woody would say something, but even if not, I can't remember what it was. Do I shoot? There are also a few clips of me using the Nerf gun on Woody, which he would use his telekinesis to repel the darts to Shadow and barely missing him in the process. This would have been used just before the scene where I mentioned that guns are useless against him. It's easy to tell as I never picked up the Nerf gun again after dropping it when Woody was forcing me to use it against myself. Guess I got no choice. Now, as you read the text, what do I mean by this section? Well, it stands for all the videos that do still exist on the channel, but later turned to unlisted or private because it wasn't really necessary. And most of them are either trailers or small updates, so nothing too serious. So as I've started to look through these, from most current to older uploads, I've apparently unlisted 2 Flee the Facility runs, possibly by accident. Although the 520 run did make it as it rots in the old categories, the 458 run still exists but hasn't been submitted. Heck, with the new rules, this can be a run I could submit if I wanted to. Why I never submitted it before back in September 25th of last year is beyond me. Then there's the February 2021 update. I'm not going to even show that, but the 12 people who have seen this will understand. And on New Year's Eve 2020, I have a rushed version of my best moments in, well, 2020. And I don't know how this part is possible, but the rushed version is 23 seconds more than its fixed counterpart. Well, you don't believe me? Here, look at it yourself. This next one is me uploading a video for someone else. Yes, I'm not kidding. It's a Beast Percent run by Pink Bunnymoon with 1 minute 49 seconds capturing 2 players. The download link wasn't finished at the time, but when it did happen, I decided to upload it for him and enlist the video. And if he's also watching this video, you're welcome. Sadly, after August 26, 2020, the original video is long gone. It was even on iCloud. Like, why? Up next is an obscure glitch I found in Shadow the Hedgehog. I was playing the game like normal, and then suddenly I got an invisible air saucer. It's probably going to stay unlisted for the time being, but I will make use of this when I prepare a glitch video for the game in the near future. In the meantime, here's the next video I uploaded, which is a channel update for April Fool's 2020. Nothing to really brag about here though. For February 19th, 2020, there's a video for anyone's last chance to ask any extra or new questions for the first Q&A. What else do you want me to say here? Then within this next video, we go into quite a few things going on here as we got a channel update for 2020. Explaining the changes being made except uploading. Okay, what do we have? Making speedrun videos having a thumbnail. Well, that didn't last long. Many videos will have a rating excluding speedrunning, but will be in the description. What do you mean? Oh, it's that. Okay then. Does anyone still talk about it anymore? Thanks. I guess. The video will be deleted December 31st, 2019. Yeah, that didn't happen, but no one knows. Until now. And then there's sneak peeks for me saying that LEGO Star Wars 1 and 2 are being delayed due to 2 SpongeBob games being released. Also, the music is copyrighted for whatever reason. And between the 7th to the 14th of March 2019, there are 3 unlisted videos relating to my first runs on Fleet of Facility, which can still be found on Speedruns.com. However, there is also a private video relating to Who Killed Mario. I think I wanted this as a new category, but I guess I scrapped it and later on forgot it was there. The game is long gone too, so why even bother? Also would like to take note that this is the obby version of Who Killed Mario with somewhat of a story. Other than that, there's also my first run on Fleet the Facility. 10 minutes, huh? On February 20th, 2019, I uploaded the most famous glitch relating to the R2-D2 voice change when dying. Although I got 387 views out of it, I enlisted it as soon as the LEGO Star Wars 2 Original Trilogy glitch video was released. So why even have this? I think the link is still available in the description for it though. Finally, on October 19th, 2018, the final 2 unlisted private runs are here too. The first one is a 4:45 run for Sonic Ultimate RPG, which can be found on you-know-where, and then a 16.03 second run for Sonic World Adventure that was, well, dropped. Either I forgot or I never bothered to deal with it. It's been receiving updates after all. However, a form of it can be found on the Roblox series page titled New Speedrun Idea, but I guess I deleted the comment I posted later on. All that exists now is Kaio saying, "Submit it like everyone else." Sorry miss, but I scrapped that idea long ago. But it wouldn't matter anyway, since, yet again, the game has been updated quite a few times. I mean, come on, we have frickin' Rooftop Run after all! Scrapped video self-material, SVSM for short, is typically cut content in the video itself. Yes, that means we're getting close to the final section of the video, but this has to come first. All that was scrapped though is for the beginning of the video. Instead of me opening a chest, it was just me rambling about what to expect here. Holy frick, there's a wee wheel! Anyways, here's the full cut clip. When a project gets started, big or small, many ideas come, but some can only be chosen to stay, letting the rest of it to go. It happens to a lot of projects too, from media like games, movies, and TV series, to consoles and handhelds like the Xbox 360, Wii, and Nintendo Switch. Heck, even accessories like the Wii Remote and the Wii Wheel. I still wonder why there are several prototypes for a Wii Wheel. However, not everyone can either come into an agreement or just go bankrupt altogether, which can sometimes force the project to be discontinued entirely. And for me, I've been here for 4 years and have been in that situation several times just like the others. I even said in the About section that I like to find unused, unseen content using glitches. It's been since January 2020 since I've done that, and that's excluding the glitch videos too. So in this video, I'll be talking about all the cut content that was altered or cut entirely. However, bloopers will not be included unless it has an interesting thing for it. Also would like to note that anything that has a video clip from someone else or from me, being personal, will only show the text and a reminder that I will repeat this several times. Last thing to note is that I made several thumbnails for future uploads. However, unless they are upcoming, I will not talk about this since the events are not happening at this time. So kick back, relax, and maybe get a bite to eat, because on this 4th year anniversary video, I will be talking about the alternate, changed, cut, and scrapped content of GlitchSpeedrunner Trevor. That being me. What, did you expect anything else? The material I had for it that went unused was all shown there. Okay, maybe I did have some sort of change about the cut content in just the games and nothing else. And maybe this cut script here too. Now, we're on to the biggest section of all, scrapped video projects. Hey, it happens to people. Before this video was uploaded, I did say, in an update, I canceled my Fleet of Facility World Record progression video. And yes, while that's still true, and you can watch it in the description or comment section, this wasn't the only video, nor was it the first one that was shut down and or never uploaded. So to start this last section off, once and for all, let's explain this video on October 1st, 2020, which this here was meant to be used for a Halloween special for Octoberween. The planning date was meant to be released on, obviously, Halloween, but I scrapped it because of the lack of lyrics and the subtitles I had in mind. All there is, though, is Sonic Heroes, which are blank because I deleted them, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The music that was meant to play here was Mystic Mansion, inspired by someone else who did an idea like this. Only a minute's worth was done, however, so I'll just share what's left here. Up next are both my planned 2019 and 2020 rewind videos. While 2019 was finished, 2020's was stopped about maybe halfway through or so. Although there is a 2020 rewind video available, the one I was making would have had the same ideas, just all the videos I made into one collection. 2019's version was nearly 12 hours, which was even going to be downloaded, but I pulled back on the idea altogether and just made it into a playlist. The last time they were both touched were January 9th and September 29th of the year 2020. There isn't anything about it I'm gonna say here, so let's move on. This next one is an odd video titled Prepare for a Vacation. This would mark my absence for 2 weeks in July from the 5th to the 18th as I went on vacation to... How do I say this in a non-personal manner? Meeting new people? You get the idea, right? I had no other way of putting it. Other than going to Georgia. All that's here though is me finishing up Sonic Mania, unwrapping Pokemon Sword, and visiting the pawn shop whilst grabbing a few games along with it. And just if you're curious enough, yes, I still have those 3 games on my shelf to this day. I should have grabbed that Sonic Heroes though. Next up is an odd one here. It shows 2 glitches when I was in homeschool doing pre-algebra. All it shows is a couple of bugs that they somehow messed up on. Although the hint hover glitch was fixed when I did algebra and geometry, I don't remember the hint glitch itself being fixed at all. Before moving on to the next 2, there's one video I did have planned, but it got scrapped after just doing the main hub itself. With only 4 clips available, the video was actually going to be a challenge of me beating SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom without destroying a tiki. It was possibly dropped since it was too long, and even though all the video evidence is long gone, the thumbnail itself still exists. Also, I did do this challenge myself, and yes, it is possible. With this next video, it was titled My Switch Adventures, meant to be played on the 5th anniversary for the Nintendo Switch. Like I've said before with the Battle for Bikini Bottom No Tiki challenge, the video was also going to be long, so I scrapped it altogether. I'll unlist this video and put it in the description and comments section below if you really want to see it. All it contains though is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Splatoon 2. I mean, look at my Switch collection now, why would I even bother with this? Funny thing about it is that there are also a ton of Splatoon 2 clips that also got scrapped. Plus, even if I did want to make this, there are just so many new videos and images that are just gonna keep coming and coming, and I just wasn't going to go through with that. However, I saved the biggest project for last. This video was 100% finished, but the reason why I never uploaded it was because of the lack of glitches and had possibly less than half the amount of glitches that existed. With even a thumbnail finished, this is the only video that was scrapped out of the entire Sonic 06's Glitches series, and could possibly return sometime in the future. But now you're probably questioning what this video is. Well, believe it or not, it's the 8-bit version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, that's right. This glitch video was scrapped because of, again, the lack of glitches it had. And furthermore, since I wasn't able to turn off the sound during that time, it was another reason why I scrapped the video. You can even hear a jump at the end when the music finishes. So I guess to end this video off, I'll play the entire cut video project shown here. Of course, before I let you enjoy this 2.5 minute cut video, you're probably curious when this was last touched. It was November 28th, 2018. Other than that, here are my final words before this video plays. There is possibly still more cut content before now that I've missed or never mentioned in this video. And if you also want to check out any of the unlisted videos I've mentioned that are not in this video, I will have a separate playlist available in the description and at the end screen. Well, that's all I've got. Enjoy this cut video. Beginning outtake and blooper sequence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I even said in the About section of my channel, I even said in the About section of the channel that I sometimes make videos of finding out. What? I even said in the About section of the video. I even said in the About section frick. I even said in the About section of the channel that I sometimes make frick! No bloopers from the past. It can't happen. There's no way I'm making a whole frick. I did it again. So in this chest of goodies, I'm gonna explain everything that was cut or altered for the past. Okay, no. No bloopers from the past 4 years. Okay, what? No bloopers from the past. It can't happen, but there's no way I'm gonna make a whole section about it. Okay. No bloopers from the past. It can't happen, but there's no way I'm making a whole okay. No bloopers from the past. It can't happen, but there's no way I'm making a whole video section just to frick! No bloopers from the past. It can't happen, but there's no way I'm making a whole frick! Alright, with all that out of the way, let's begin this 4th year anniversary video special. Transition didn't work. The transition didn't work, huh? Before we open this thing, though, there are some things I want to talk about. Frick! Obviously, the logo is much different compared to the final game. Hey, wait a minute, why did I put final game? Oh, and there's also the game's logo, too, being changed to about 45... Between the original and new thumbnails, yet again the background and logo were in their 1.0 versions at the time. However, the differences were... However, an even earlier thumbnail also exists too. Now for the second thumbnail... I heard something. If you're gonna ask why I used the black background, the only changes here though is Chip being moved to the upper middle with Supersonic being added in its place, and Professor Pickle being taken out with Tails being moved to pretty much exactly where he was. I hope I wasn't away from the camera. And to what's coming up for next year, let's talk about 2 more thumbnails on this subject. With Legos... It was originally going to be a second part of the original Crash Bandicoot glitch video I made. This was... Since we've just mentioned Octoberween, we might as well start this section with a couple of unused banners from the Sonic Riders Revenge arc. The first one would have just... As I said before, Shadow just loves saying the word... As that's... there. However, upon my beliefs before in the past, these were. Now for the backstories of Shadow and Luigi, there were Now for the backstories of Shadow and Luigi, there were a few that would have most likely fit. However, upon my beliefs before in the past, these were all most likely just to judge which voice clip is... I was doing so well! Now for the backstories of Shadow and Luigi, okay, there are some that are halfway used, but those... So to save on wasting time, we'll just explain the ones that were only cut entirely and not partway through its full clip. That took forever! I mean, can't you tell where else they would have fit? Okay, maybe for the Revenge of... However, even if I can't find it, a small clip of it is shown in my very last run of the game. And as seen here, knocked down my camera because of this happening 3 times in a row. I know I shouldn't be the... There's also a speedrun video of arresting 5 players in Roblox's Fleet of Facility. Did I really put Fleet of Facility? Are you stupid? It wouldn't do anything much anyway, since it's just Super Mario Bros, but with only Worlds 1-1 and 1-2. Well, now I see the reason why I can't find it. It was a placeholder before an actual PNG logo for Crash's 25th anniversary existed. But instead of a normal clip, it's an image of having both LEGO Star Wars games. What these were meant to... I found this in the first part of the game's glitch video in the editing section. I must have left it there by accident, supposing for it to be... On to me buying a Nintendo Switch, there are a couple more clips that get unused here. The first one shows it charging on the center. Excuse me? The second one is looking into my final project for the last Shadow the Hedgehog run, I apparently plan to add the speedrun tutorial video of Roblox's Fleet of Facility into the end section. Judging by this, it would have most likely... Frank, I had it! Looking into my final project for the last Shadow the Hedgehog run, I apparently plan to add the speedrun tutorial video of Roblox's Fleet of Facility into the end section. Judging by this, it would have most likely appeared in the line that I'm happy that it's finally over with that part. For the 2020 recap, I did plan on adding the 50 sub special along with the Q&A videos, but it never showed up, possibly because it was going to hit over 2 hours. There's also... The Revenge of Sonic Riders has possibly the most interesting cut content out there. This scene here with the Enderman is jumping for whatever reason. I don't know if it was... Frag, not it! And I even scrapped... What? Finally, the last cut clips that went unused go into the actual, what? Finally, the last cut clips that went unused go into the... Frick. These scenes are related to the big action after the voice was revealed. The first clip I'm about to show you is... Finally, the last cut clips that went unused go into the actual video of the Forgotten Glitches 2020. Finally, the last cut clips go. Frick! I also believe I planned Woody would say something, but even if I can't. But even if not! There are also a few clips of me using the Nerf gun on Woody, There are also a few clips of me using the Nerf gun on Woody, which he would use his telekinesis to repel that dart. There are also a few clips of me using the Nerf gun on Woody, which he would use his telekinesis to repel the dart at Frick. Although the 520 run did make it, as it rots in the old categories, the 458 run still exists. Oh gosh, I can't really read that. Although the 520 run did make it, as it rots in the old categories, the 520... Up next is a... that was weird. For February 19th... What was that? For February 19th, 2020, there's a video... Okay, this is weird. For February 19th... What the... For February 19th, 2020, there's a video for anyone's last chance to ask any new questions. For... What the heck? For February 19th, 2020, there's a video for anyone's last chance to ask any extra... What is wrong? Many videos will be... What? And between the 7th to the 14th of March 2019, there are 3 unlisted videos relating to my first runs on Fleeta Facility, which can still be found on Speedruns.com. What? Although I got 387 views out of it, I enlisted it as soon as the LEGO Star Wars 2 Original Trilogy glitch video was released. So why even have this? I think the link is still available for it though, in the description. Okay, maybe I did have some sort of change about cut content in just games and nothing else. What? With only 4 clips available, the video was actually going to be a challenge of me baiting. It was possibly dropped since it was too long, and even though all the video evidence is long gone, the thumbnail of it's still... With this next video, it was titled My Switch Adventures, meant to be played on the 5th anniversary for the Nintendo Switch. Like I've said before, with the Battle for Bikini Bottom With this Like I've said before with the Battle for Bikini Bottom No Tiki Challenge, the video was also going to be long, so it scrapped it. It's not it, it's I! I'll enlist this video and put it in the description and comment section, but okay, I'm lost. Funny thing about it is that there are also So I guess to end off this video, I'll play the... Okay. It was November 28th, 2018. Wow, that feels like ages ago. Oh, my God.